Want a big shout out to everybody who's part of the Discord. Energy 810 is my Discord. I've talked about it before. Wait, hold on. I'll bring that up. I mean, we're here. Yeah, go ahead and join the Discord. It's free. Links in the description, always in my videos. This is a particular, kicks of the day. People post pictures of what they're rocking for the day, whether they're hooping or just out casually wearing their sneakers. So we promote wearing the sneakers you buy. You know what I'm saying? So a big shout out to everybody who is a part of the Discord and contributes to letting it be known. Legacy 312s. A lot of people here too be having some heat, man. Oh, who did? Oh, that's me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so join my Discord. There is information that's shared. Also just conversation about multiple topics. I'll be promoting it. I promoted it in my videos. I'll be promoting it a lot more. This is just a different way to be in tune with our own little niche little group. We're slowly starting to add more people in here. It's a free Discord. There's nothing you have to pay for. Then also, if you're watching from another state or another country, mainly another country, but just anywhere, on my Instagram stories, I post things that I have available for sale or whatever it is. And sometimes a lot of times I use my Discord links for you guys to purchase it or whatever, grab whatever it is. Energy 810, that's what you want to do. Check it out. It's free. Discord link is in the description. Somebody today, which I'm happy about and very proud of, because everything happens in their own time the way they do. But I actually got my first purchase today since launching the website. I don't know if whoever bought from me is actually there in here now in the chat. I haven't checked out the details to see who actually purchased, but somebody bought something from my website. So big shout out to you for that. I've lowered a lot of the prices on there too, making them a lot cheaper than they would have been. You would find these cheaper than I have them even listed on my other sites. Like some of these things I have listed on other platforms for higher than I do on my website. So you guys will have, buying things from me or getting from me, the best way to do it or the cheapest way to do it is through my website, BOSSCO's Goodies. So check out what I have there now. I have like over 50 different items, and I'll be adding more as I go. You know what I'm saying? So check that out. That's one real big way to support me besides like super chat, the type of donations, you know what I mean? So the Air Jordan 3 Wizards is definitely a fire release this month. Got the images of the LeBron Zooms, the all purple suedes that we saw him wear during Summer League in 2018. You gotta love the people who get these things early. He's definitely been killing it right here. I've been posting some stuff on my Instagram of his early shoes. These are looking good in person, man. I want to bring some of these to the channel to get some early reviews on certain things, but it's like a catch-22 on that in a sense, because a lot of times these guys don't get the earliest pairs of size 13, so I would get a pair of a shoe that's not my size. Maybe if I got the shoe and knew somebody that's going to buy it already and I can just middleman it, maybe that's something I can get into for it. But it's kind of weird because like he has a size 10.5 or size 11 in this shoe. It's not a 13, so I would be grabbing it, paying over retail to get it early to review and talk about it, and then I'll be stuck with it because I don't think when it drops it's going to go for that much. But maybe certain shoes will, maybe certain shoes won't. This suede right here I think will be a shoe that a lot of people will be trying to get their hands on. I don't think this will be a release that you'll be seeing sit at a bunch of stores, in my personal opinion. But it doesn't come out till June, so maybe having it a month or two early or 3 early, might help stuff like that. But yeah, man, that's the thing. I would definitely, like, for example, my homie here had the Jaw ones. He had a couple colorways early. I would love to grab them and review them or talk about them on the channel, give you guys detailed looks at them. But he wants $300 for them, and I know you will get your money how you do it. I'm not saying nothing wrong about that, but $300 for a basketball shoe that retails for $120 that will be here in no time, I can't see myself doing that, but I want to bring that content. So it's like, what you gonna do? But overall, the shoe is dope. Doesn't drop till June though, so we got a little time before we actually get a chance to see this in person. But the images that I'm seeing are definitely on point. Big shout out to anybody who follows me on Instagram. Links in the bio or links in the description for my Instagram as well. I post there pretty much daily, just a bunch of different sneaker content, of course. Either way, it's a great thing. And also, you know, speaking of Luka Doncic, everybody, it seems like this is the time, I guess, playoff time. I don't know why I never really noticed this before. Maybe I'm just late to the party, but apparently around playoff is when a lot of players are starting to break out their sneakers. Today, Luka wore his Luka 2. Debuted the Luka 2. I think when I click here, it goes to another screen, right? Oh, no. See, that's why I like this one, because it stays in the same screen. It stays in the same screen, right? Luka wore his Luka 2. Jordan Luka 2. First game today wearing it. Who did they play? Against the Kings. These are kind of Kings colorways. I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at this shoe. I like it. I think it's a step up from the previous model. I think it has a lot more going on than the previous model, but I do see the previous model in this model. I think that no tech specs or anything like that, but I'm pretty sure it's going to have that Formula 23 foam still. Looks like it has like a translucent outsole. I like the way this shoe looks. Let's see if they got some other side pictures or something like that. Same picture. Yeah, those aren't bad. This one looks like it has nubuck on there and mesh, along with like that plastic material too. I like the look of these. The Luka 2s are definitely looking on point. The Luka 2s are definitely looking on point. And as far as the Luka 1s, they've had plenty of good colorways. They did not mess up the Luka 1, man. I'm not gonna lie. Luka's first silhouette was simple, but it was to the point and it looked good. They have good colorways. It's a light shoe, breathable shoe. I did a full detailed review on my channel for the Oreo colorway or the black Oreo colorway. Check that out if you haven't done so. But the Luka 1 was definitely, I could say, arguably a success. What do you guys think? The Luka 1 was definitely a success. From a 1 to 10, the overall shoe was probably a solid 7. That's just me that's just me trying the shoe on, checking it out in hand. That's not me actually playing some games in them. I don't know what the traction is like on the outsole, especially for indoors. Those are definitely indoor shoes. This Luka 1 looking like it's gonna have translucent outsoles again, which I've noticed a lot in my recent videos. A lot of people like translucent outsoles, but they don't have the best experience or the best rapport or report of them on court. They like regular rubber outsoles as opposed to translucent rubber outsoles. Definitely for if you use them outdoors, they're going to be trash. But for indoor courts, I would assume the translucent outsoles would be cool. Thoughts on the Ja 1? I've definitely spoke on these before. The Ja 1 is definitely not a bad shoe, bro. You know, when I first saw it, I was a little bit not feeling it. More so, probably because I feel like it, probably for other reasons than the shoe itself. I felt like it was trying to be a spin-off of like a Kyrie in a sense, but not really. It looks like a Kyrie or a Kobe, actually. I think the colorways for that shoe, though, I still feel like that. I still feel like the colorways for the Ja is really what's going to make or break the shoe. Because some of these colorways I've been seeing have been looking real basic and it doesn't look appealing at all. But then on the other hand, some colorways are impressive that make the shoe look like it's on point. You know, the Grizzlies colorway is definitely a dope colorway. Yeah, these Luka 1s are definitely on point right there. Definitely on point. I like what they did with the Luka 2, I mean. Let me pull up the Ja 1 really quick. But no, the Ja 1 overall, if I had to give that a rating from 1 to 10, I would give that a solid 7.5, 8 also. I think the Ja 1 really depends off of the colorways is what's going to make the shoe. The colorways is what's really going to make the shoe. By far, the scratch colorway I think is the best colorway we've seen from the Ja 1. But you know, Ben, the guy who made Kyrie's, is making the Ja 1, so I can only imagine the colorways are going to get even more crazier. And that's my whole point. I've been saying that it's going to be about the colorways that really make the Ja 1. What is your opinion on the Ja 1? Are you a fan of the Ja 1? Anybody out there feeling the Nike Ja 1? Are you guys anticipating it? Is this a shoe that you guys feel like is basic? Or am I tripping? Is it like something super fire? You know what I mean? I like the packaging they did for All-Star Weekend, you know. But so far, I've only seen one colorway I feel like is a must cop. Now, I'm going to pick up a couple shoes. Like, I'll probably pick up the Ja 1 to review it. I don't see myself grabbing it to keep, except the scratch colorway. If I'm able to get my hands on the scratch colorway, that's going to be a personal pick. This EYBL colorway, we're not going to get. That's only for people who play in the EYBL league. This mismatch colorway gives me Spider-Man vibes, gives me Spider-Man foam posits, just Spider-Man vibes in general. One shoe's blue dominant, one shoe's red dominant. You know, they might look good in person. You know, the images I'm seeing of them, I'm not so much feeling them like that. Mismatch shoes is something that's becoming real common with shoes, whether people, like in the NBA, whether the shoe comes itself mismatched or the players themselves wearing two different colors of the same shoe. But this scratch colorway by far has to be the best one. Has to be the best one so far. The Jewel, or what's this one called? 12 a.m. somewhere. That's a fire one, black with the translucent blue outsole. Swarovski crystals. Swarovski crystals all over the Nike swoosh. You know, they're doing the right things, but this right here, the day one colorway, is just real basic for me. I can see people wearing these for casual wear too. You know, I'm a person who wears basketball shoes for casual wear. I don't know if I rock with that though. This colorway, the Phantom colorway, very basic. This right here is not it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it'll look better in person, maybe trying it on, but off the first glance with these pictures, the day one colorway is not it. This one is not it. Oh, they only have two. I thought they had more colorways up there. Yeah, so far, the 12 a.m. somewhere and this scratch one is the best colorway. Let me get the side view. That one's hard. You cannot deny this colorway. That's a 10 out of 10. I like teal and mismatch. Give me Spidey vibes. Yep. Yeah, it does give the Kobe 6 resemblance. That's why a lot of people do like the Ja 1s. See, you know, it's Nike in their business. So, you know, of course they got to do things like that to keep elements of shoes so people like them, you know. Making it have like a spin-off of a Kobe, it makes sense. It absolutely makes sense, you know. There's people who want that look, who want that style, who want that feel. I'm not mad at it, you know. I think by being in the game for a while myself, like sneakers and just seeing different things come around, that's why maybe my thought on it is a little different as far as like from what I'm seeing. It's like simple, but it's a lot. And I think that's what's the good and bad part about it. I don't know how many more things it needs to have going on, but I feel like the colorway is like, okay, this colorway has a lot going on in itself. It is basic teal, black, and white with hints of red. But the scratches add the extra detail to make it not look like just a plain mesh upper with the, you know, personally in my opinion on that, you know. Ja 1 is not a bad colorway though. We're gonna see what happens, what other colorways are to come. We've only had word about 5 or 6 different pairs. So it really remains to be seen. Let me go to these Jordan releases. Cause you know, I was speaking of the Jordan 1 Lucky Green maybe being one of the best sneakers of the month, but then you know the Wizards colorway coming out at the end of the month kind of gives it a run for its money. I definitely seen this in person. The pink washed denim, I really thought that was going to be something because they've been pumping it up and talking about it. Hold up, what's that? What commercial is that? Sometimes these commercials on Sneaker Bar Detroit, shout out to them for their information. sometimes those they have these like pop-up ads that come and play. What was I looking for right now? Oh, the wash denim. Because I came across these in the store the other day, but it was a resale shop. You know, resale shops tend to get things early. I was curious to see, like, I've seen people have pictures because people have them early, of course, just like this resale shop does. But I wanted to see what it looked like in person because the description of it says it's just like the Hyper Royal, but just with the pink. But I don't think it holds up. You know, I don't think it really holds up like they were saying it does. As far as like the anticipation, I don't think the shoe's gonna be as fire. That's pretty much what I'm getting at. Maybe they shouldn't have came with the sail midsole or the muslin midsole because it's atmosphere, white, muslin, and sail. So I think the midsole is muslin. I think they should have made it either sail or a white midsole. Made them just like the Hyper Royals. Maybe that midsole would make the pink stand out a little more, if you get what I'm saying. Maybe that would have been the case. Let me see if I'll pull this up, because I have a video coming out within the next day or two that will actually have the videos of these so you guys can see them, to give yourself maybe an early look in case you guys were debating on grabbing either one of them. And I appreciate you guys, whoever decided to pop up on this random live stream.
Or how do they compare?
I mean, from this alone, you can see it's not really it. And then, of course, this might be, like I said, might be, in my opinion, might be one of the best releases of April. But the Wizards Jordan 3 is definitely probably that title. Definitely probably that. But this one here is still dope for the month of April. Now, so I have to look into it some more and see. Are they going to give us only 2 good releases each month? Because last month, well, no, I'm just speaking up because there's a lot more shoes besides Jordans and Nikes, right? But as far as retros, we got 2 really good ones last month, which was the Hyper Royals and the University Blue 5s. 2 of the best releases for last month. I guess this month will be, I mean, in my opinion, everybody's is opinionated. It will be the Lucky Greens and, of course, those Wizards Blues. Those definitely have to be in the running for that. But both of these are cool. I like the quality. The leather quality is looking pretty plush on these ones. Where we at with it? Oh, I'm gonna get to that in a second. And then, of course, they had the 4s, which is another shoe. You know, a lot of people are anticipating. This might be my next raffle on the channel. I also have I got some word from one of my homies and partners. I might have some access to some Jordan 4 SBs. If I do, I'm gonna do a raffle for those. Probably picking, well, I'm gonna only pick one winner. If I do, I'll have a raffle for the Jordan 4 SBs, but I will be having a raffle for these 4s also, so stay tuned for that. So that's another reason why to join the Discord, because I do post a link where you can pay through the Discord or through Cash App, whichever is easier for you. But like I said, join the Discord for my raffle links as well as just other content going on. And yeah, my Discord is where it's at. Links in the bio always. Jordan 4 Thunders. They also have hydro slides too. Jordan 4 Yellow Thunder hydro slides that are out on the streets right now as well. Skylines and Travis Scott's. Skylines come out this month. Travis Scott's come out this month. That's another hype sneaker. I did a top 10 list for April that definitely made it as the top shoe, most hype sneaker, I think, for April. So for me to say the most hype releases is the 2 I said, I'm going more so off the personal. I think the 1s and the 3s, more so I think the 1s, but the 3s is definitely a good point to be a top release for this month. And of course, Travis's are, it goes without saying, it's always a hype because it's a Travis Scott sneaker. I'm hearing rumors about that being his last collab with Jordan. I don't know if it's just for the Jordan 1 or what, but I was hearing something about a last collab, but maybe it's just for the 1s. Maybe that was just something that was made up. Because at one point I heard the Jordan 3 Wizards was going to have the Nike Air on the back for a little while, and they never did either. Yeah, so seeing
Bravo 6s, bro.
this suede is looking a little ashy, which is not, I mean, you know, I thought the suede was gonna look a little more like see, you see almost two tones in the upper to the paint. And I don't know if that's possible to even really match, but I honestly thought they would be able to match that. I thought the suede and that panel would look a lot more alike, a lot more matching. Right now, I'm looking like I'm getting varsity red and hyper red, or hyper, you know, like they did on them infrared 6s, like infrared, suede, and varsity red on the paint. And that's why whatever other shoe that was, that's why I didn't like it, because it had the light red as opposed to the varsity red. Now I think, like I said, it could be the lighting, it could be this pair, but I even felt like the Toro 5s or the Raging Bull 5 that recently came out last year or so, I felt like that red was a little darker. I feel like this red matches the red from the Mars to Her, which is what people don't really like. You know, the Mars to Her is kind of like that crimson. I don't know if I have it on my phone to show y'all, but you guys get what I'm saying. Like, the red is not that dark red. Like, even the red suede that's on the LeBron Liverpool is more of the red that I thought this would be. I'm gonna go to it and show y'all. I honestly thought the red that's on the LeBron Liverpool 20 would have been, which LeBron 21 is around the corner, as well as the Zoom Freak 5. Just want to say that real quick too. But looking at the red on this, why didn't they make the Toro 6s this red? Like, there's no mistake in the red on these red suede. It's that varsity red suede. But on the 6s, it's like the light suede. Like, what are we doing here? Why do we do that? Maybe it's the lighting. Maybe it's that particular shoe. Damn, thought we were getting the Jordan 6 Raging Bulls, but it's too different. Yeah, it's the Toro. These are called the Toros, which Raging Bull, Toro, people are saying like the same thing. We're getting the Toro 6s, and they come out in June, but it's not looking like that red, though. You know what I'm saying? It's not that red. They come out on June. See, man, and they trick us in the pictures. They come out June 24th. I'm all over the place. I'm not really, but I am. So you guys see that red. Now let me show you the red that they're showing in the picture, which made me think we're gonna get this. This is why the pictures are a little different. That's why pictures are different, obviously, from seeing them in person. And there's the in-hand look, there's the on-feet look, and there's the in-person look. All of them things are different. They're the same, you're seeing the shoe, but they're in variations of seeing the shoe different from your own eyes. Now, when I seen the pictures on Sneaker Bar Detroit and just pictures online, look at how beautiful that shoe is. All that red matches. The red upper matches pretty much the red paint. Varsity red and black. Well, I'm hoping, man, it was just the images on that one particular shoe I saw in store. Maybe that was just the ashy side of it. I don't know. But this is what they're supposed to look like. This red is supposed to be what they look like in person. When I see people post them online, you know, there are filters. When I see them post them online, they look dark red. They look like they're supposed to. Yeah, the Toros are so much different, bro. That's unfortunate, bro. Unfortunate. Yeah, so just a little disappointing. It is what it is. But I thought they would be this red and not what we saw earlier. Ron B, definitely fire. I feel like one of the best sneakers of the summer. I don't know. I don't want to go out on the ledge and say it's the best sneaker of the summer, because there are some other things I can't think of off the bat. But I'm going to go through this list real quick in a second. We're going to talk about it. But I was looking forward to this one the most out of the summer drops. The red Toro 6 or the Toro Bravo 6s. But This image is what I thought I'm gonna get, but from what it looks like, it's not gonna be that same red. And by it being, you know, seeing them in person, seeing it have that ash red or looking a little bit brighter, makes me just pause a little bit, you know, makes me just hold my horses a little bit, makes me feel
Bravo.
they're gonna be different.
Clean ass shoe.
Dope shoe. But it's two different tones right there, bro. That's the only thing about it. And they were asking, how much were they asking for an early pair?
Pretty clean shoe there. How much they want for these? $450 for the.
$450. $450 for the early pair.
Sixes, bro. Clean ass shoe.
Clean
you guys
shoe.
going after these or not? Let me know your thoughts. They come out in the summertime, bro. Pretty clean shoe there. How much they want for these? $450 for those.
$450. $450 to get them like 2-3 months early. Is that worth it?
Well, I guess because they're early.
They want $500
for on deck too. They're asking $500 for them. I guess because they're early. That price is taxing, but the shoe is dope though. I'm not gonna lie.
$500. This the difference. This is the thing too with resale shops. I mean, that's why a lot of them aren't flourishing like they should, and more of them are closing down. Even though I'm seeing some still open up, which is crazy. But that's taxing right there. $450, $500, just to get them a little early. But as I said, man, I really thought we was gonna get this red on these sixes. Right now, it's not looking like it. I mean, even from the lighting, like I said, the lighting could be different. But even these, the nines, the Toro or cherry nines, I forgot what these were called. But even look at the colorway to the upper, they match the same. And I feel like that's why these red ones, the nines, they set too. We got the Run the Jewels SB Dunk collab, the SB Dunk High, and the low. I definitely think the low colorway is by far, I like that one a lot more. Not just because it's a low over a high, but I think that color combination is dope. It does have that translucent outsole, which some people are iffy on, but I definitely think that's dope. And I think these shoes are dope, but I don't think they're in the running for like top releases of the month. Gabe, you're right. They definitely been playing well. They definitely got into at least the play-in situation. Hopefully it's a little bit more than the play-in. Hopefully they can get that solid playoff spot, so they can get a couple little week rest before they get to really get into it. Air Force Ones, Air Max Ones with the corduroy Easter fill. Both of these are pretty interesting to see. I don't know. I think these are some shoes that will be sitting around. If you got like Jordan 1s and stuff like that sitting around and retro sitting, I'm pretty sure a lot of these other shoes will just be available. So even if you don't grab them when they first release or the sneakers app release or whatever the case is, if you have some outlets in your area, go ahead and check that out. Some dunks. Setsubon, the Setsubon Dunk Low. This one is definitely dope. I like the color combination on it, the materials they use, the color combination, like I said, with the court purple. The court purple and the khaki colorways, definitely on point. I think this is one of the more exciting dunks that's releasing this month. I don't know all of the dunks releasing this month because they release 50 million dunks at a time. But this one is definitely kind of a sleeper. Panda 1 mid or Panda mid. They said people love the Panda lows, people hate the Panda highs. Maybe they'll like the Panda mids. And these ones are different because they come with canvas material. I don't know how that's gonna work. Why are they trying so many different shoes? Wasn't that much Kool-Aid in the bottles today. It's off these though. Some really good Kool-Aid in here. I'm not drinking alcohol, it's Kool-Aid. Panda mid, kind of mid. Air Force One, 4 Horsemen, kind of mid. Foam Posit Penny 1PE, definitely on point, but 240, not the business. I can't do that. That's why I didn't go after the Dornbecker. I found the Dornbecker foam posit, which is dope. Extra detailing. I'm a big foam posit head. A lot of foam posits in my collection. But I'm not cool with 240, 250s no more. I'm just not. They had that black marbleized one that just came out, black with the white scratches on it. Those look fire. Haven't seen them yet in person. I think those are more at like Undefeateds and sneaker boutiques. But 250, I just couldn't do it, man. The uninterrupted LeBron 20. I feel like this is one of the more kind of, I don't know, I'm confused. You guys can let me know. You know, are people going after this one? I feel like this is a dope colorway. I think because I like LeBron 20s, I feel like this is an anticipated release. Maybe because I like this colorway and I would pick it up. But then again, like I said, I'm not picking up too many things for retail because it will be at the outlet in a week or two. Especially a LeBron. Both of these LeBrons are dope. I hate to say it like that, but you know, to give you guys a heads up or help you guys out, hold your horses unless you got a size that's very popular. You know what I'm saying? If you wear 12, 13, if you wear 11 through 13, you might have to jump on these if you want them really bad, but you might not have to, bro. You really might not have to. 240 plus tax is crazy, Miguel. And I know we got the inflations and all that stuff they're saying. That's very true. That's not a false thing right there. But it's just, it's like, I don't know, bro. Are they about to make a shoe drop for 300? I mean, they dropped the Jaw 1 for 400, but it had the Swarovski crystals. But like, damn, a shoe normally retails for 120. They put some crystals and it goes up to 400, huh? We got the Jaw 1 love up to 60%. Maybe the question should have been how many people are buying the Jaw 1? You know what I'm saying? How many people are actually going to buy the Jaw 1? Dunks, gold canvas, pretty Reggie, mid. These drop tomorrow on the sneakers app, the pink foam colorway. I don't know. I'm hearing some people liking them. They do have that suede. I'm not liking what they're doing with this canvas and suede materials on a lot of shoes. I think it worked on a few shoes, so they thought it worked on all shoes, and I just really don't think that's the case. Like how they put canvas on this Panda mid. Let me see. If I go through the pictures, it does stay here, right? Yeah, it does. I think there's a close-up picture. Yeah, like this is canvas and denim. Comes constructed with a full canvas base with leather swooshes and heels, mesh tongue and lining. Canvas base. You know, Dunks don't really have the best quality on them. So maybe they're trying to switch it up by giving us canvas to make, because people like the denim 4s or the black canvas 4s. You know, it works on a silhouette or two, so I guess they feel like people will like them. You know, I understand they're trying stuff, but I don't think that's it. I don't think that's it personally. And I don't really remember seeing what dunk mids really look like on feet. I don't really recall what dunks look like on feet. April is packed with a lot of different options though. 550s, 650s on the New Balance side. They have 1,000,001 colorways of these 550s. They're like the Air Force One for Nike, it seems like. The 550s are in a bunch of colorways. They're bulky and heavy shoes though. I'm not even gonna lie. Like they're not really bulky, but they have some weight to them. You know what I mean? Coconut milk dunk mid, April 4th. So these are actually in stores now. Don't know how many people are going for those. Let me see where we're at though. So yeah, the main purpose was looking for the Jaw 1 day 1 to see when the date was, and I wanted to just look at some shoes for April. The main highlights is these dunks, the Setsuban. Then of course you got Travis's later on in the month. Most of the hype, most of the attention will be on retro releases though for April. So I think Lucky Greens will definitely be a standout. Wash Pinks, seen them in person and showing you guys earlier on my Twitter page. Very underwhelming, man. Unfortunate. You know, I'm not sure what you guys are thinking about those. We got Black Flint 13s. I'm a fan of 13s. One of my favorite silhouettes when it comes to Jordans is the 13s, 11, 12s, and 13s for me. Black Flint definitely seems like something worth maybe scooping up. But then again, it's the time of the year. You know, like for example, like, is it 2 examples? I waited 8 months to get these pennies, something I really wanted. Another shoe that I really want that I haven't pulled the trigger on that I'm going to wait because I know it's time to wait is the UNC 513 or UNC 513. Wow. The UNC 13s. I like the UNC 13s, but the timing it came out, I don't want to spend the money then. And then I'm also having this, knowing you wait around, you might just find it. You might just find it. So, I mean, I'm waiting to find the UNC 13s in my size for under retail or for retail, but I'm waiting for those. Then, of course, we have these. These are the last two releases of the month. The Travis Scott's on the 26th and the Wizards on the 29th. Don't know if any of these release dates will change. We know we had a release date change for, is it for the threes? Yeah, it was the threes because I think the threes are supposed to release a little earlier. I don't know. I'm confused. There was a shoe that recently was supposed to come out this month that got pushed back, and I think it might have been the threes or maybe it was a different shoe. I'm drawing a blank right now. Oh yeah. It was these threes. The Lucky Green threes were supposed to come out in April, but they got pushed back to May. So I don't know if any of these these other retros in May is gonna get pushed back. I don't know if any one of these two will be pushed back. Probably Travis Scott won't. But 3 days later, we got the threes. Are they gonna drop or not? Are they gonna drop or keep the same? We don't know. More than likely, they might stay the same. I feel like if any one of them does change their release date, though, it will be the Wizards threes. But people have been waiting for these Wizards threes to come out for a long time. They definitely have been rumored to drop a few times over the years, but are finally coming out now on the 29th in all sizes. White, true blue, metallic copper, and cement gray. My first reports, the first thing I heard about these, like I said earlier, is that they were supposed to have Nike Air on the back. But as we know now, they will have Nike Air on the back. They will have the Jordan logo with the Air symbol, or Jordan with Air on it. Somebody's hitting up the Discord. Shout out to everybody in the Discord. Big Trey Jr., what's good? Welcome to the Discord. I don't know if you joined from this live stream or from one of the videos. I have been promoting a little bit more in my videos, as well as my website, BOSSCOsCoodies.com. Big shout out to my first sale today. I appreciate that for the support. That is one real good way to support what I got going on. Check out my website, find something from there too. I discounted a lot of things there. So check it out. You might find something there you want for yourself or somebody else you know. I don't know. Jordan 3s definitely one of those classic silhouettes that a lot of people like, you know, as we're coming off the buzz of the hype of the reimagined 3s, which we don't know how many more restocks of those we'll have or shock drops. But these right here are not bad at all, man. I'm not mad at the color combination, the colorway. They definitely give me the Wizards vibes when he was hooping for the Wizards, which was a good time for hooping. Jordan's Wizards days was some good time in hoop days. Even though, you know, he was in his position, he didn't win rings and stuff, it was still fun to watch him hoop. And when they played, it was still a show. I was at the game, Jordan's last game for Lakers and Wizards. Great game. First time seeing MJ, first and only time seeing MJ in person as far as the game. Yeah, that's true. I didn't go to none of the games when he was playing. Unless I went to one like as a kid at the Forum. I feel like maybe I have. I feel like maybe I did. Bulls Lakers at the Forum. I think I remember watching the Bulls play in the red pinstripe, the black pinstripe jersey with the gold. I think I did. Like, how do you remember that for sure? Because I remember going to a couple games at the Forum for the Lakers. I felt like I went for McDyess game because he was playing for the Denver Nuggets. Antonio McDyess, when he was a rookie, he was like at that time. Me and my friends, my basketball group of friends were having people, pick and people who we liked out the group, and I think McDyess was one of the players I was into as far as how his game was out of Alabama. I forgot where he went to school, but he was a dope player. His first few years in the league, actually for a while. Even when Antonio McDyess played for the Suns, he was still balling. Joe Smith was really popular then too. Jerry Stackhouse, crazy time for Luka, bro. This definitely could be the sneaker of the month. For some reason, me personally, I'm still leaning towards the Lucky Greens. I just like the green, but these blues are dope. Give me true blue vibes. At least they're not going back to back like they did last month. Like I said, with the Jordan 5 UNCs and then the Reimagines right after that, that's too crazy. Now with them having the Travis Scotts and this shoe, yeah, it is crazy again. But then again, the retails are a little different. I think the Reimagines were $210 and the Jordan 5 UNCs for $225. So that's crazy in a week. At least these shoes are $210 and $150. And a lot more people have a chance for the Wizards Jordan 3 as opposed to the Travis Scott 1. You know what I mean? It's going to be a busy weekend for sure. 22nd, 26th, and 29th. Is that all the same week? Oh, okay, yeah. So 22nd, 26th, and 29th. So that's okay. I mean, that's all within 4 or 5 days of each other, and then 2. That's crazy. I mean, the one thing about with them releasing so many shoes back to back and so close together, it spreads people out to go after what they want. You have the few greedy ones who are trying to grab everything, but at least with them putting them close, it kind of gives people a chance to be selective on what they want. So then, if you select them towards a shoe, you have a better chance of getting it. Because, as opposed to every shoe coming out, 2 weeks apart to give everybody time to all load up for each release. You know what I mean? So there's definitely pros and cons to that. Let me see. But yeah, this month of April is looking pretty cool. I think it's a little as far as retros, they took off the previous month of March. I wanted to go back, but I pulled it. 1, 2, being a hard judge, 3 solid shoes. Because I like the 13s, but the overall consensus, 3 solid shoes is Travis Scott's, the 3s, and then the 1s. It's a toss-up with these washed pinks. I've seen them, like I said, in person, a little underwhelming, but that's just my personal opinion. Maybe you might like them more. It'll be interesting to see. Big shout out to everybody here still chilling out. Let's go over to the newer stuff that they were talking about today. This is Sneaker Bar Detroit that I'm on right now. We find out that the Jordan 4 Reimagines is dropping in March of 2024. It's going to have premium leather. I don't think these are actual images of what they're showing right here, right? It's a mock-up. So what that tells me is it's going to give off the vibe of like the Oreo 4s, which are a dope-ass Jordan 4. I'm looking forward to this more than it being all suede. If it's going to have that all premium leather, Air Jordan 4 Reimagine, or the Bread Reimagine, features premium leather. So it's going to be a premium leather build, just like I'm assuming like the Oreo 4s were, which is a sought after shoe. The quality on those are dope, and after they age was crazy. It's so weird, the trajectory of the shoes and just how the hype and everything moves. I remember being around plenty of Oreo 4s. At the time, wasn't really a lot of people going crazy for them. It was a little buzz, but not super crazy. But then, of course, the resale for them is pretty nuts right now. Just, of course, like the Black Cat 4s, which was all nubuck, right? Nubuck or suede. But yeah, we did find it out. We got details on the fact that that's the case. The reimagined fours that drop in 2024 of March will have all premium leather. I don't know, man. I like hearing about stuff like this so far down the road, but then again, I don't. But right now we are in the age of like the need to know the latest and greatest, and I have this more information that you don't, and further out more information before the next person. Like when you put things out so far down the road so early, you know, yeah, people aren't gonna be sitting just twiddling their thumbs waiting for the shoe, but when you keep talking about it, anticipating, building it up, it kind of makes the time just fly by. Like, damn, next thing you know, people are gonna be like, damn, the fours are here already. I remember last time when they were first talking about them, now they're here already. Yeah, you pushed the time up because you've been worried and thinking about them for so long. That's the one thing I hate, how we're starting to get information about 2024 all the way now. But like for me in particular, somebody who does sneaker news videos, you gotta talk about them. I only talked about a couple things in some of my videos with these 2024 information. But of course, I have more of that to come. If you don't know, check out my other channel, BOSSCO 2.0. That's where you pretty much get the latest in sneaker news and information. I can kind of say that because that's what I do. From all shoes, a lot heavily retros and Nikes, but I cover Adidas and other things like that as well. It's got to be for what the people want, you know. If I see more people engaging and want to know about other releases too, I will also include that. But I do let sneaker information know about all shoes. But if you need things specific for like next upcoming New Balances and stuff like that, that type of feedback will need to be shown before I did that. You know what I mean? You need more Jordan 4 golf shoes to drop. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's true. They've been putting out a lot of Jordan golf shoes as of late, but they've all been, for the most part, Jordan 1 low golfs. Of course, you had the 12s that came out with the 88 golf crew or whatever. I don't want to say their name wrong. I did say their name wrong. You've been seeing a little bit more silhouettes getting love. 1s, 12s. You got them 6s that recently dropped, but definitely haven't seen any Jordan 4 golf lows. I've seen 5 golfs, lows, you know, but 4s, you know. I like the fact that they've been putting the spin on the golf shoes, and the golf shoes do look good. They look good. If I was playing golf, I would want to grab some of the retros. Just like if I was playing baseball, I would grab the retro baseball shoes or football cleats because they be looking good. They look pretty much like the basketball version, just with the cleat edition, you know. I like the way the Jordan golf shoes look, like the retro golf shoes. I mean, of course, the other silhouettes of golf shoes Jordan makes are cool too. But the 6s and the 5s, the outsole, it looks crazy. They look fire. If they came out with some of them colorways in regular retro sneakers, they would sell, I think, you know. Crazy, man. Crazy. So, yeah, we got the Luka 2. Jordan Luka 2. Colorway looks dope. Silhouette looks dope. It definitely is an upgrade from the Luka 1. I'm not mad at it. We talked about this earlier. Shout out to Sneaker Bar Detroit. Then we got another colorway of the Action Bronson shoe, the New Balance 990 V6. Both of those are dope new silhouettes. You know, Action Bronson doing his thing with the New Balance collabs. Those are definitely on point. But Toro, what it do, my guy? How you doing this evening? How you been? Hopefully everything is good with you, bro. It's been grinding, you know, putting out the content on YouTube, both channels. Been pumping stuff on the Macaris more, you know what I mean? And on my website, BOSSCOsgoodies.com. But we just been grinding, man. Yeah, Action been doing his thing. The colorways for his 990 V6s are cool. You know, it's dope to see this new resurgence of New Balance. They've always been around, always been a staple in the culture. They've always been doing their thing, but I feel like they've gotten a little bit more of a buzz. Like their graphics looking on the uptick as of late. You know, they've been doing more silhouettes. They've been putting even better materials. They've always had good materials, but they've been putting even better materials. The colorways have been on point too. It's crazy because some of their shoes are starting to look more Balenciaga-ish. But I mean, I still rock with them. I'm not mad at them. They still, you know, I still rock with them. But yeah, man. Burgundy 5s. That's a shoe that I had back in the day too, man. Jordan 5 Burgundy 5s. They come out later this year. They come out during the summertime, if I'm not mistaken. I'll look that up for a second while I'm here. So let me go to, I think they come out a little bit later in the year though, like in a couple months. That was a shoe I definitely had in my arsenal before. Those and the Wolf Gray 5s, but the Burgundy 5s are just different. And I'm hearing they're gonna look exactly the same. Yes, I have videos talking about these release dates. But I talk about so many release dates, it's hard to remember the actual date for these shoes. Then you know they also switch up the dates for these shoes all the time. You'll get a different date for the states and a different release date for other countries, which is normal. Jordan 5 Burgundies come out in September 2023. I think the release date right now is September 9th. That might change, of course, from now to then, but those are definitely dropping later in September. This colorway is definitely on point. Then we got a Nike's gonna just continue to go with this colorway. They've seen it work one time, then they seen it work one time on the Dunk Low, the Pandas. Then they seen the Jordan 1 High 85, even though those are not Pandas, it's still the same color blocking. Those sold out, went crazy. So they said we're gonna do it on everything. We got a Nike Dunk Mid Panda. We got a Nike Dunk High Low. We got a Jordan 1 Low Panda, the Jordan 1 High Panda, Jordan 1 Mid Panda. That black and white colorway. I mean, I guess because you can match it with a lot of things. A lot of people at work could wear black and white shoes, you know. I appreciate that, Batar. I appreciate that. Yeah, those are definitely coming more towards the end of the month. The last Thursday of the month, it'll be more likely a recap of the whole month, you know. The things I came across, the highlights of what I found, in case you weren't able to catch the videos as I drop them. I mainly drop Thursday through like Sunday, sometimes during the week too, but mainly and lately it's been like Thursday through Sunday. Yeah, dropping content, dropping longer videos. So if you happen to be busy, you can't catch when I'm dropping them live. The end of the month will be a recap of everything. That's what that 50-minute video was. That was a recap of March. Came across a lot of things in there, 3s, 5s. Those were highlights. I'm pretty sure it'll kind of be like that this month with the 1s and the oh shit, we gotta see the 1s and the 3s. I don't know about the Travis's. I don't know if I'll be able to get around cooking like that. But 3s, if I need to get my hands on those, I think I will. I probably have some people who's gonna ask for those. Eric, what it do, my guy? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, man, super happy to find those, bro. Talked about those a little bit earlier. Super happy to find them. You're out here, you travel around too, so you know, definitely circulating back around in men's sizes. Late shipment, I guess. Some stores didn't get their full shipment when it came out originally. So, you know, if you didn't go out today, go ahead and hit them up and see. Go ahead and hit them up and see. You might have to walk in the store without calling ahead and ask, because I mean, this is one shoe that still has some type of resale value. So people are grabbing them for reselling purposes too. Luckily for me, one of my friends knew I wanted these for personal and let me know about them, so I was able to go scoop. This is a shoe right here that I don't think will go on sale. I don't think I would find a size 13 at the outlet, but maybe. I mean, maybe. But if I did, it would, you know, I would have to hoard off some other resellers if it was a 13, you know what I mean? University blue, man. Something about university blue, you know. I'm a big fan of the blue colorway as well as the red colorway. But university blue, man, let's talk about that colorway. You know, I fell in love with that colorway ever since, you know, North Carolina days, you know, hooping myself like in basketball. North Carolina's always been a staple in college basketball. That university blue is also kind of what UCLA uses too. That light blue, that sky blue. You know, something about that blue, bro. And Jordan and Nike know when you put university blue on a Nike or a Jordan, it just hits different, bro. Like, you know, it would be super dope if this was an Air Jordan 1 Low OG. then you would know it would have that really good leather. Being that it's a Jordan 1 low, it might have that like plastic type dunk leather. But all in all, man, this colorway is dope. This colorway is fire. This is dropping. It's probably gonna be in the stores tomorrow or within the next week or so. When the Jordan lows don't ever have a release date. You know what I'm saying? Not really, unless they're a Jordan 1 OG. Oh, you're a 13 Miguel, so you already understand what it is. They might, Batar. At some point, they might. But yeah, something about this University Blue. I like this color combination. They put the white where it's supposed to on the midsole. They didn't come with no sail colorway. I like this shoe right here. Enough to cop it, I don't know. I may be. It is. They put the white where it's supposed to be. No white nowhere else. White could be the midsole. These are perfect, bruh. If they came with good leather, it's gonna be nice. If it has the plastic, cheaper dunk leather, it's crazy. Which is something I always thought of too, because dunks, people talk about Jordan 1 mids and Jordan low quality for the most part, as far as the leather or that's used on there. But then they go buy those dunks with the same type of leather. Of course, some dunks have premium leathers, just like some Jordan 1s will have, or Jordan 1 lows will have premium leathers. But a lot of the dunks, like the Panda Dunks, doesn't have premium leather. They have the regular basic plastic type leather, but those go crazy. They restocked them like 10 times since they came out, maybe even more. Restocks that have been announced publicly, restocks that's been done privately. You know what I'm saying? So it's interesting. But this colorway is dope. I'm gonna get off of it because I don't want to stay too long on it. But let me know if you guys are feeling it. I just think University Blue is fire. Man, I mean, the gold 97s is probably what happened. Probably what happened. You would have to probably go to a few different outlets to find it. Oh, the clearance store, yeah, you have to get there early and stay there around. The clearance store situation is a fun opportunity. It's a fun thing. Like watching it, I'm sure being a part of it is cool too. Because one thing I do notice, they are a group that kind of knows each other and looks out for each other. So it's not like you would see at the regular lineup stores where people are just like all bombarding and just trying to cut stuff. They all rush for the stuff, but they all are, oh, you can take this one this time. I'll get the next one next time. And they, so it is cool to see when you can work together. So one thing about it is like, yeah, it was savagery in the sense of going to grab it. But there is some honor amongst thieves, as they say. But when you go to the lineups at the stores, that's different, man. I was there in one of my recent videos. If you guys watched it, I was able to come across a Seafoam and a Panda, right? Yeah, I think so. But the first call though was that they had reimagines, and I was like, okay, cool, reimagines. This is after. Sorry for the quality right now; it's acting up. The reimagines, but I drove around, and it was just a cluster of just people just standing there, and it's messed up how that goes because. You got some people there who get there early and get in line and be first, second, and third, But then you got people who start coming fourth, fifth, and sixth, and then their friends come and everybody just stands. And nobody stands in line, they just stand. So it's just a crowd. And then people try to come up and get there right before and it's crazy how they do that, man. That's why it's like, the stores, what they do when it gets out of hand, they just stop the release and everybody has to go home. But it's crazy because if you have the inside tip, like here's the thing. If you have the inside tip on when the shoes are going to drop and you're not able to get there early, then you will want the release to get shut down because you're going to know when they re-drop. And there's a car that has a weak car alarm going off in the background. So that's why it pays to be into them groups, because they know that type of information. For example, when I was there for the reimagines, it was word that there was a lot of pair. They had over 60 pair of leftover reimagines in men's sizing all the way up. It was like men's sizing, up. I don't think that included grade schools, like 65 pairs. So there would have been enough for a lot of people to get pairs. But because other people, you know, was trying to rush the line and not get in line and cut and all this stuff, they just stopped the release and released them later at another date. But I'm pretty sure a lot of people who are in the groups that have the inside knew exactly when that re-release was going to be, so they were able to still take advantage. So if I'm somebody who has inside information and, oh shit, I'm not here, I don't have nobody in front, I'm gonna go ahead and mess up this release for everybody else, because I'm gonna find out when they're gonna re-release them anyway. So like, that could be a strategy on it too. So you got a lot of things you have to deal with when it comes to the lines. And goddamn, man, you know what I'm saying, making more pairs so they're not so limited. But I don't feel, I mean, is that happening? Are they going to do that? Are they going to make like 6 million pair of these shoes so that way everybody has a great chance of getting it? Okay, I see what they're doing with these lows. I remember, I don't know, maybe 2020 or 2021 or maybe even 2019, I'm not sure. One of the recent years though, I mean, they always release a lot of Jordan lows. But there was one particular time where they were releasing some Jordan lows and they were all like misses. Like, remember the all red with the black? And like, they just mixed up a bunch of colorways that just wasn't hitting. I feel like this one, this lineup right here with this green, the university blue, if they come out with a royal blue like this, where it's black, the colorway, and a white midsole like this color blocking, is gonna be on fire for this next couple months when it comes to the lows. I could be, you know, the one thing that kills it though is the leather quality, because the side panel don't be looking good in person because the quality be kind of crazy. The toe box you still can kind of get away with, but it's all about in this midsection right here. So, you know, the color pattern might look dope, but the quality might, you know, if you're Stifler when it comes to quality, you might be whatever, but the color combination or color blocking itself is on point. I like the way these greens hit, like the university blues here, are just like a lucky green. It's a lucky green. Now these are better than the previous colorway, and this is actually something I've already seen. They're trying to say that these are going to release next month or in May 1st, but if you go to certain stores, they have them in stores already if you're somebody looking for them. It's crazy because these are officially a Kobe shoe, but because they have no Kobe branding, I guess that's why people aren't on them. But I mean, if you're a Kobe fan, you like your shoes. These were kind of one of the weaker ones of the Adidas that he came out with, to be honest with you. I did own a couple of these just because I was into the Kobe shoes and just Kobe or whatever when they came out, as far as him hooping and stuff. So, you know, they are space type shoes, but we're in 2023. I felt like those shoes were ahead of the time. These fit in right now, you know. But the white pair sat around. I feel like this black one is cool. He actually wore this colorway too. He wore the other one too, but I don't know. I don't know how many people will actually be trying to grab these, but this is the better colorway of that. I hope they don't keep coming out with too many of these silhouettes, man, because this wasn't the best model. The Crazy 8 colorway was the one, you know what I'm saying, in my opinion, and most people's opinion, you know what I'm saying. The Crazy 8 Kobe was probably the best Kobe Adidas sneaker that release. So I don't know. They said these are supposed to come out May 1st officially, but like at Chic, maybe like a Shoe Palace or some boutiques, you might find them a little early. I already seen them. They look cool. See, yeah, he wore them. He wore them. Will that help people buy them? Probably not, because they don't have no Kobe branding on it. But they are Kobe's. LA, people who want LA and Kobe shoes, they are officially Kobe's. But they're Adidas Kobe's. All in all, they're Kobe's. Not a bad shoe. Definitely a lot going on, a lot to look forward to when it comes to these sneakers, though, for the next few weeks to months. April will be on point across the board, not just with Jordans, across the board. You know, you got the New Balances out there, a couple more, I think, NBO2s that are on the way for you guys looking for that. We got the Ja 1 later on in the year. Once again, big shout out to anybody who is a part of the Discord. Go ahead and join. Link is in the bio, or link is in the description of YouTube of this video here. Join my Discord. It's free.